Proceed when you're ready. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, members of the committee. Susan Myers of the 20th, here in support of SB 147. Removing dangerous and deadly gun-free zones from Missouri statute continues to be the top priority for women of the state who carry for self-defense. We take it personally when the state abuses its authority to tell us when and where we can or can't be prepared to protect ourselves and our families. When I saw the sponsor bring this bill with her from the House to the Senate, I was thrilled, because it has long been my belief that it is going to be women stepping up and speaking out on this topic that will finally, once and for all, shatter the public safety illusion that is gun-free zones. So Women for Gun Rights of Missouri reached out to her office with some additions we hope to see added, such as the section pertaining to possession of firearm by an employee. This is an issue several of our ladies deal with. We get it's a private property versus private property situation, which is tricky, but it's causing women to be disarmed every day, even when they're off the clock. Another ask we had was to remove the Class D felony as penalty for carrying on public transit buses. Those who ride buses will likely be the ones least able to afford a permit. A woman who wants a means to protect herself shouldn't risk completely losing her right to own firearms because she becomes a felon for riding a bus, for simply exercising a constitutionally protected right. Also, women often find themselves with an urgent and immediate need for protection and don't have time for the permitting process to play out before readying herself to become her own first responder. And of course, we would like to see public transit trains added to the language. Some may not like the shrinkage of the restricted location list for permitless carry, arguing that this will allow criminals to carry in more locations. It must be pointed out that criminals are already carrying illegally in those same locations. If the risk of a Class D felony for carrying on a bus doesn't dissuade them, how can anyone honestly argue that a no guns sign would in any way be a deterrent? You don't take away the right for all simply because some will decide to do bad things. That's not how rights work. I support the other sections of the bill as well, but wanted to use my time to shed light on the lie that is gun-free zones. What they really are is self-defense-free zones or vulnerable victim zones, pretending they offer any actual safety by mandating vulnerability needs to be called out as clearly false, blatantly dangerous, and be persistently pushed back against until they are removed. I ask you to pull the plug and rid our state of them so that those of us who've made the decision to take responsibility for our own safety are no longer disarmed and left at a disadvantage in the hollow name of safety. Thank you.
Any questions for this witness? Seeing none. Thank you for your testimony. Anybody else here to testify in favor of the bill?